episode is brought to you by GameFound. Create a free pledge manager for your project.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tom Vessel.
What's happening? My name is Z Garcia. Hey.
I'm Mike Delisio, and for some reason I don't have a computer.
What do you feel like? Would you like an abacus? I have a backup abacus.
Is there a reason you're doing?
That's my ghost.
You don't even type like that.
I don't. I like to type a good 3 to 4 inches above my keyboard. I find that gets me the best results.
You ever seen those like projected keyboards that they tried for a while?
It didn't work.
They don't work at all.
At all.
Yeah, no.
Did you try one?
I've like seen one at a store somewhere.
Right, I did at the store.
And you try to do it, it's like, no,
did not work.
We're not here yet.
No.
What about the ones where they put it on your fingers, though?
That's terrible. That's like learning a new, not just a language, but like a new language while holding your breath and being in free fall. It's like, are you insane?
Maybe a Kickstarter.
You know what I'm talking about? You've seen those?
Yeah, this would be a good segue into something like that.
Anyway, we have a keyboard here.
We're taking a look at Kickstarter and GameFound projects about board games and dice and occasionally other things. In fact, I had so many other things, I cut a few of them for next week.
All right, good.
We couldn't have that much goodness in one episode. But let's start with some games. We got project. This is project season right now.
This is a tough week for me, Tom. There's some good stuff this week.
There's a lot of good things in here.
Yeah.
And they're not all top tier either.
No.
I mean, like they're not all, AAA titles, if you will. But there's a lot of charm.
Titles.
There's a lot of charm and a lot of neat-looking games this week. So very happy about that.
Let's jump into it here with Top Pop, the bottle cap bidding game. Now this one's not funded yet. In fact, it might not.
66 hours, yeah.
This company makes a lot of small games. You like their camp game.
I liked Camp Pine Top, and I liked Vinyl a lot.
And I like Vinyl too. And what they do, I think, is they take a theme that not a lot of people do things with, the bottle cap theme here.
Right.
Yeah, soda, sort of like the Soda Wars.
Sure.
Yeah, then they run it and they make it look good, and it always has a little bit of a rusty feel to something, like unpolished, I guess is the way.
Oh, okay.
It's a little unpolished.
They
the
were trying to
games.
say rustic.
I was going to say that, like I was saying rusty. It's the wrong word.
Yeah.
Rustic, but they know theme for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is a good-looking project. I
agree.
I like the graphic design a lot. I think it really has that nice kind of nostalgic 50s soda pop,
Yeah.
I think it's a really sharp look. I'm very surprised it's not doing very well.
What is the price point? Oh, that's a retail pledge.
$25.
That's really inexpensive.
Yeah,
that's good.
I'm a little bit surprised. Just maybe this one is just maybe not getting the notice. I don't know if it's just not maybe catching on and marketing wise, but I think $25 bidding game, 2 to 5 players.
Well, again, this seems like the kind of game that could just come out. I think that's why it's not getting the traction.
That's probably true.
In the sense of why should I back it on Kickstarter?
Like this just seems like a bidding game with a cool theme, yes, but where's the whiz bang here? It just looks like a bidding game, and actually, it looks a little, no pun intended, flat. With the numbers, like there's 9 nines or a bunch of 9s or fewer 8s, fewer 7s than that. You're bidding on those things. They'll give you victory points. I'm like, okay, cute.
Yeah.
But, that doesn't seem to be like really lighting my world on fire is what I'm saying. I think the game looks good. You put this in front of me, I'll play it. Right. And I think that's true for a lot of people. I just don't think a lot of people look at this and go, oh, I got to have this in a year.
I was thinking that this would be the type of game that when conventions come back into full force, you demo this game and you're selling it for $25, you would sell a ton of these.
Right, but they got to be done. It's not small enough for Kickstarter, and it's not big enough for Kickstarter.
Yeah, it's in it's in that weird little middle ground.
There's a sort of middle ground where it's like, can't you just publish this?
Yeah.
Well, taking that out of it, I like the idea of it, though.
And I've liked many of this publisher's games. So
I hope it funds, because I'd like to try this someday.
Milhouette.
Milhouette.
I think it's supposed to be like Silhouette. Milhouette.
Milhouette.
No, it's Milhouette.
Milhouette.
Milhouette. 1,000 huetes.
This one is funding, but not tremendously. I mostly put this on there because I think the cards look cool.
They look
I'm
cool, but
so
it's
confused.
a very odd project. It's basically like make your own tarot card set.
I love that. Let me see if I can find it here.
Why are you looking at my computer?
Sorry.
Okay.
Design
looking at
your
your
own
computer.
cards.
Look
Don't
at your
make
own
me
computer.
do the work for you. There was something there where it said you could decide what the card looks like.
Right.
And I was
Well,
thinking,
like turn it upside down or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. I'm not sure. I saw the one where it's like shrimp, and then the dinosaur, and they're like, in your lifetime, shrimp are gonna go extinct. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. It's,
What nightmare scenario are you pitching to me here?
shrimp are going to go extinct in our lifetime?
No, it's like a weird tarot thing where I'm like, I'll read your fortune. And I flip over the shrimp card. It's like, okay, shrimp. Then a dinosaur, which was upside down. And they're like, okay, down. That means extinction. And so shrimp are going to go extinct. And then like a bird cage.
To me, this is more like a party game. It's like one of those creativity games where you're supposed to like, if you've got a creative mind, then maybe you can find some enjoyment out of this. But to me, it's just too loosey-goosey. It's just like, what is the product? It seems like it's putting so much of the burden on the players.
I agree. It's like a bunch of cool images.
Yeah.
And then they're like, here, have fun coming up with stuff
Figure
for
something
this,
out,
right?
right?
Are there rules? Like, I mean, I couldn't figure that out.
I don't know.
Let's go to the next
Well,
project.
they do call it a party game to their benefit. They do call it a party game.
I think party games have rules, Mike.
No, they do. I'm just saying. I said this sounds like a party game, and apparently they say the same thing. So.
Poor shrimp. Not poor shrimp. Poor me. If there's no more shrimp, what am I supposed to eat?
That's a nightmare scenario.
That's more room for steak.
All right. Board Games T-shirts Season 3. All right, so let's take a look at these different T-shirts. Let's talk
Okay.
about the styles, which ones we like and don't like.
Let's go.
If anything, these shirts are not simple, quick slogans. I think they put effort into the shirts. Okay?
Yeah, they look good.
Okay.
So we have this one here.
Except for
That's
that
from
one.
2021.
I'm not a fan of that because I think that whole word map thing has been way overused.
Not only is it way overused, I'm just never happy with a word map that's not my word map.
Right, right.
Like on this one, Spirit Island is the biggest one. Why?
Yeah, and Dune
This
Imperium
is
right
the
behind
best
it.
game on the list.
I like the stained glass
That's
one.
sharp.
I just wish it was a little bigger, actually.
Yeah, it's.
Okay.
I think that's pretty sharp. I like that. It's hard to tell what they are
That's
if
how
you
I
didn't
feel
like
about
it.
that.
The medieval, the medieval gaming one I like, but not on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
I
That
can see
looks
this
like
one
a cool
like
poster.
yeah, like a
Yeah.
poster at my wall. People look at it and go, "Why?
That
Oh,
looks like
they're
a
playing Carcassonne."
That looks like a blacklight velvet poster.
That's wow.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
you like that?
Okay, yeah.
All right, Star Wars fans. I don't know. The crossover between Star Wars and Meeples is one game. Star Wars Carcassonne.
For me, I'm sorry. I'm
Are
kind
you
of
done
over.
with the meeple?
I'm kind of over the whole meeple
Yeah,
thing.
it
How
is
we're
a-
driving meeple shapes into the ground.
That being said, I do like the flower meeple.
You do?
It's
do.
very colorful.
Because I do not.
I like the pop of
You
color.
know why? It looks like a meeple.
Okay. What about the Cthulhu one?
So
That's
no-
a Cthulhu. I know a lot of people are going to say, you filthy hypocrite to me.
Right, because it's overdone.
Cthulhu's overplayed.
But it's sharp.
I like that one. Wait.
Wait, I see a meeple.
There's a meeple! Cthulhu!
Well, look, it's branding because the name of the company is Mr. Meeple.
I get it.
It's branding.
All right, so this one's a bunch of islands.
La Isla Bonita.
Are these just different
And when the sambas
islands
play.
from games?
Mike,
Mike, come back to Earth.
No, I'm here. I don't know. I'm not sure what they're. There are meeples in there, I can tell you that much, but I don't know what these are
Okay,
from.
let me look at the islands. I can't see what the islands are,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
All right, we'll skip that one. I don't like this Mr. Meeple Classic. Yeah.
Well, that's that's a very specific branding.
That's
I
me.
like this one.
Oh, you like a meeple made up of meeples?
You know why? The pattern
Too many
makes
meeples.
it look.
Like boxers?
Yes. How did you know that?
That looks like boxers to me.
I 100% agree.
That's so funny.
It's like a subconscious
It
thing,
really
right?
is, right?
I mean,
Those are-
'cause
Why
the
would you want to
shape-
wear a T-shirt that looks like boxers?
I just think it's funny.
I like wearing boxers that look like t-shirts.
They
That's
look like boxers.
They
There's
really
something
do.
about
I wear
that.
T-shirts as okay.
Sure.
And it's not the underwear.
No.
Specifically
Boxers,
boxers.
yes.
We're in the same.
It's
We have the
frightening,
same
man.
brain,
That
man.
is frightening. Yeah.
Okay, this I've seen. They eat, sleep,
I
whatever.
really dislike this one.
Sick of it.
Because first of all, you should do other things than sleep, eat, and play
Yeah,
games.
let's put bathe in there somewhere, can we,
No,
please?
man, forget
Bathe?
Here's another one that's confusing to me. Obviously, this is a Dune thing, right?
Sure.
But where are Dune and Meeples mixing again?
Again, the meeple is just sort of just a carryover for gaming in general at this
Yeah.
point.
I don't really like this one.
I like the Dune one more than basically all the
Just
other
because
meeple
it's a
ones.
nice looking, yes.
What do you
just
think about
pretty.
this one? The Signal from Beyond the Horizon. Are they trying to make these look like band names? That's what I was getting.
I think it's supposed to look
one of
like a festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a music festival.
Like, I'm listening to Eclipse!
I'll tell you, I think that's actually a pretty clever idea. I don't know that I love how it looks in execution, but it's a neat idea.
I almost could live without the square and the title.
Also, to be honest,
Like just the names.
if this
It makes it look like a band shirt or like a event shirt.
if they were to make it accurate, it should have been on the back. That's not on the front of it. Usually those go on the back of those t-shirts.
Got it.
But I agree. But this is new. I haven't seen anybody else do this.
That's a clever idea.
Joke.
It's a clever idea. Yeah.
That's okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Nope, Z hates it.
I kind of like that.
That one's okay.
This one, we're packaging up and sending to Sam Healy.
I actually kind of like that.
Yeah, that one's cool.
I like that one a lot, actually.
Right.
Alrighty, well that's all different shirts. There's probably
there's a few really good ones in
some
there.
neat
I like the
ideas.
creativity here.
He's got more coming too. Mm-hmm. So
and it's a nice looking page. Obviously, it's a nice looking project that he's. I don't know if it's a he or not, but whoever did it put together.
I would wear. Is there ties?
Oh, there's ties.
I don't like those ties.
What about the underoos?
What about the underway tie? The boxer's tie.
I don't like any of those ties. I might wear the last one, the blue one. The other ones, I'm tired of meeples myself. I have a meeple tie.
Right.
I'm covered.
Yeah, you've got a.
This is a kimchi tie.
Kimchi. I was gonna say, you look very.
Is that what that is? I thought it was lava.
You look very Halloween. Halloween in August.
There's a VBS at my church, and everyone they're making everyone wear an orange T-shirt, and I told Laura I'm not wearing a T-shirt.
That's right.
This is my.
That's right. Tom Bassel doesn't follow.
I am
the
wearing
rules.
the orange T-shirt.
Oh, okay.
I'm following the letter of the law, but I'm wearing orange suspenders. There's my thing.
You're a rebel, Tom. Let no
All
one
right,
tell you
a
differently.
Scarf, something we desperately need down
I like
here.
the scarf around the cat. That cat
It's
is not
funny because
happy
the
to be
scarf
there.
around the cat and the lady don't look as good as this one here. I think that one looks better.
Yeah.
Well, you're a cat hater. Who can you do?
That's true.
I didn't say anything about the cat. We'll get the cats later on. All right, we spent a lot of time on this project. Let's jump.
Okay, here we go.
Naked Court, the card game. All right. Well, this is about the Emperor's.
Be careful.
The Emperor's new clothes.
Yes.
I am being careful.
We've had a lot of boxers talk, and we're going to have more here in a moment.
Yeah, so this is some of the better pictures of the thing. Now, Z, you said you like the artwork style.
I do very much, yes. To me, it seems like
Britt Spencer.
sort of old style Italian maybe or French maybe cartoons.
Right, it does have that vibe.
Feels like those old comics from that part of the world. So I think that the style of this illustrator is fantastic. I believe it is
It's Britt Spencer. I have his website right here.
Okay, be careful here, Tom. You never know what you're going to be clicking on.
Yeah, you don't know what you're going to be showing. So
I'll stop.
I really like that style. It's very retro, very nostalgic to me. So absolutely,
I don't know that I'm loving a game where the whole I don't know. We'll
you
see this when it comes
clothes your people, right?
Yeah.
You give them clothing, and then you buy these other abilities with clothing also. So you kind of have to give up the clothing you've got to buy abilities to mess with your opponents.
Right.
And once their little characters are fully naked, then you win.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I don't know. They're doing, they're putting in the fake people, Oprah Winfrey generic reviewer dummy account. I mean, they're having some fun with it. They're not, taking themselves terribly seriously, which I think is good for a project of this type, which has some whimsy and you have
as long as you know you're doing the whimsy.
That's correct.
I really like it. I don't have a problem with this. I think it's cute. The game looks all right.
Yeah,
I don't think it looks great.
It's not doing a lot for me.
It looks all right, and I really do like the style and look.
It's funny, like from a quick glance, it almost has a Dr. Seuss feel.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. When I saw that picture there, I was like, oh, that's Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, it has that vibe almost.
They're nailing the style here, I think.
Yeah.
I like it.
ABCon, the African Board Game Con.
AbCon, yeah.
Is it AbCon?
They said Ab.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
AbCon. So this is cool. I'm always excited about things like this, and this is a tough time to do this, right?
Yeah.
To do this right now. So it's in Nigeria, I believe, and they're running a con, and that's what this is. It's to support the con. So that's really cool.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks awesome. It looks great. The video, if you want to check this out, go watch it. To talk about the what they've done before to get this event happening. They have a small but strong gaming community there, and they want to get these these events off the ground. So
Yeah.
it looks great. I love seeing that. It's a place that we don't get a lot of information out of as far as the gaming community there. Or at least I don't. And so I like to see that. I like to see people get together and play games and get events off the ground like this. I really like it.
You know, also from a selfish point of view, I think this is really cool because we've started to get so many games from parts of the world that we're not used to seeing, right? Like games that were designed in, Malaysia or whatever the case may be. And I think that more people that get exposed to more of the modern games, now we've got maybe, some people that are going to become the next designers of games we love. I think this is really cool.
Absolutely.
That's neat.
Yeah.
All right. Fedora Noir.
This is
Tom,
all you,
this is
Tom.
you. This is you, right?
Go, talk for a while.
I was a little excited about this, like a story about a detective and their hat. I don't know. This is one I don't know if I'm going to like the game or not. There's a lot of things I like about parts of it. It's like weird. For example, here, look at these cards. I love the backs of them.
Yeah, they look neat.
The fronts are busy.
Right.
Well, it's a storytelling
It's more of like
game.
an RPG almost, right?
It's a storytelling game.
Okay.
It's a game in which one player, apparently the way it works is one player is the detective and they tell you what they're doing.
Yeah.
They tell a story about what they're doing, and then somebody is playing their hat.
The hat, yeah.
And they're telling you what they're thinking.
Right.
So it's like a
What am I thinking?
Co-op storytelling kind of game.
Yeah, look.
I know that Richard Lawney has had a game some time ago that came out that was similar to this concept, without the main twist here being, the hat narrator thing. Yeah, cool. I mean, I don't really like storytelling games of this style. They're sort of free-form, tell me a tale kind of games.
I put it in because it has a fedora.
Yeah,
correct.
It looks cool, and if you are just generally noir, because it doesn't even have to be this period.
Sure.
They said you could tell a story with androids. It just has to be noir.
If this was the year 2080 and there's androids, I'm still wearing the fedora. I'm also going to be
you have a bionic
100, 106 at that point.
Well, you can do it.
Hey, you can make it happen.
I'll be more machine than man, but still wearing a fedora. That's a terrible joke you were thinking. All right.
Not going to say it.
Oros, be an all-powerful demigod in an ever-shifting world. Now, this is a big Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Look at that, almost 3,000 backers. And one of the things that draws me to this one from a first-time company is the art style.
Okay.
Particularly, I like the tiles themselves. Let me see if I can find a picture
Especially
of
when
them.
they become the wooden tiles in the deluxe version.
This. Like, for example, this land
those.
tiles. As you put these together, that style is very different than, say, Carcassonne.
Absolutely.
And most other tile games, and I like it. I think it's so... I mean, this kind, I'm not going to sit there and go, which side is the ocean?
Right, sure. Yeah, that's true. It's very clear what is being represented there. It has kind of a very...
And these sacred sites, the artwork on the whole thing. I mean, I'm talking about external and how the game looks.
Sure, it's
But this
slick
looks
looking.
like almost no other board game. To me, I think it looks fantastic.
I'm not quite as over the moon, but I do think it looks nice. I'm intrigued at how kind of, it looks like it's essentially a puzzle game, right? There's going to be
but
a
pushing
spatial...
tiles around?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, this part, I was
I'm
actually
in.
like, this looks cool. Sounds interesting. This part, where they show you kind of what's happening over a few turns,
Sure.
was actually not as exciting for me. I'm like, oh, okay, so this is like Labyrinth, but on performance enhancing drugs. You know what I mean? It's like it's just sort of like a crazy version of Labyrinth where you're pushing things around, they come out of one end, they flop into the other one.
I like it.
All right,
Sounds
cool.
good.
It could be cool.
I'm not loving it.
So I will say,
I mean,
first-
I'm not hating it.
Yeah,
I'm just not sort of over the moon about it.
Yeah, I'm in between. I think, for a first project, I think it's a great looking project.
Yes.
This is impressive as far as the look. Yeah, and it's got a very, I can't quite think of the word, but it's like almost like a graphic Art Deco type of a vibe to it. That's not exactly what I'm reaching
It's a
for.
very clean graphic design with like sort of modern sensibilities, flat graphic design.
Right.
It is bright and colorful.
Yeah.
Again,
Yes.
stop telling me Eurogames have to be brown and
No, of
drab.
course not.
I don't get that.
Agreed.
Yeah, no,
right.
looks slick.
Bantam West. Wow, this is interesting.
200
Looking at
grand
this.
almost.
It's 200 grand, but talk about it seeming to be like this is going to go up against
Western Legends.
Western Legends, like hardcore.
It is.
I mean, this is the kind of game where when we play it, we're going to have to say, and this compares to Western Legends
Right.
because it's unavoidable.
It is. This is another first time created.
A sandbox Western game.
Right.
I like
There's
that.
a lot going
board.
on in
There
here.
is a
apparently.
lot. Yes.
I mean, there's an image down a little below that. Yeah, I think it is there. That's a lot of stuff
This is.
and categories of stuff. And
That's my
This is
one
a
concern about the
big
game is it feels like it
game.
might be too big.
yeah,
But I might. I mean, I'll be glad to be wrong. With the openness of a world, and I do like. I mean, I see a grid with colored cubes and slides and
You're
scales. I'm like, whoa, tell
Someone
me
in the-
more.
someone
And
in
that
the
person's
chat-
called an arsonist?
Yeah.
That's me.
Someone in the chat is saying Red Dead, the board game, and I'm feeling that's probably
yeah.
what they're trying to go for. I mean,
I could see that.
You know, I never played Red Dead. I need
no?
to get around to it.
The board game?
The video game.
Never heard of it.
you need to do it so you can be redeemed.
I'll do it before this plays.
Okay, there you
And
go.
I'm ignoring stupid puns. All right, this looks good. It does look like a first-time project too, though, if that makes sense. It looks like, this reminds me a little bit of like Zaya. When
This
Zaya
looks-
first came out.
This looks like a kitchen sink game. It's like every idea I have is going into this game.
Correct. Right.
And that might be, I suspect there's going to be people who this is their favorite
Right,
game.
who
It's just
love
one of
that.
those games that's amazing
Yes.
to them.
But there's
Yes.
likely going to be, there's going to likely be some learning investment and yeah.
I'm interested in it because there's so few Western games. Even though I said we're compared to Western Legends, that's because there's
There's not a whole lot of
nothing else to compare it to. Maybe
Nothing
Spurs.
big. Not with that theme be this big.
No, yeah, like
The scary part about games like this for me, that's because I back very few things, so I'm really discerning. It could go either way. You know what I mean?
I know what you meant there. You're like, I'm very discerning. I'm like, this is a loser.
Yeah,
next
Like
to
I'm
me.
Give me
very
one of these to the mic,
What
yeah.
I mean is I'll check it out when it's out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As opposed to sort of, Kickstarter is you are an investor. That's what I mean.
You are.
With my investing, I'm
Yep.
very careful. That's what I'm saying.
Have you you like this theme?
The thing about it is, I do like the theme all right, but it's one of those early, first created, like you said, giant games that can swing either way very boldly. It could be an amazing game,
Yeah.
like a Zaya or something like that. It could be also an amazing miss.
Sure.
Sure.
Right.
So
I'm
that,
willing to
that
take that
scares
risk.
me.
Although I
Right,
think-
you are, and
I
I'm
think this
not.
was a-
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
I want to say this is a pricey game. It is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
$97.
It
and then
should be.
And
It's
then
like everything in there.
and then if you want like the metal coins and the
do.
$150.
Okay.
I was looking at this. I mean, I'm not even going higher than that.
What else
The
is it?
retailer's
Oh, it's
handshake.
retail,
yeah.
I love the name of that pledge, though. Hey, man. Thank you for the. You shake hands. All right. Moving on. A lot of big games, but now we're going to some small ones. Hype Tag. Sounds. Did Roy make this?
Hype. Roy or Mark Streed.
Hype.
It's not quite funding, but it looks like they probably will. There's still a week left to go.
I don't hate this artwork of the kids, although those kids look like they're 10 years older than they are.
This might be a me thing, and if it is, then stipulated. But I don't love this whole idea of which snarky kid were you going to choose. Like, I don't know. I don't love this. You're going to play some snarky kid.
Why is that kid? Are these teenagers?
I can't tell. No, they're
I
preteens.
don't
I think they look
so.
like preteens.
If they're preteens, then why are they drinking a Starbucks coffee? It's
'Cause
probably not good for you. Don't they say
Oh,
that?
man,
Because they're snarky,
Nah,
Tom.
they're snarky kids.
Look,
it's all good.
all the snarky kids
Does
hang
that kid
out
have
at
a
the Starbucks.
tattoo?
So this has this kind of this thing where you get hyped apparently by drinking that Starbucks, and then you flip it over, and then you've got to bring the hype down. So before
gotta
you
get
come
ready
back
to go back to class, right?
Yeah, which I think that's a cute idea, but I don't know that the
Ooh.
gameplay
If
has
ever
a
there
whole
was a
lot here.
stereotypical evil teacher, Mrs. Decree.
Here's my decree.
I
Now
don't
that's the
does-
part right there. That's where you lost me. Go up right here. Bingo. That
It's like
tagline
if
right
Magic the Gathering and Uno had a baby.
there. Check, please. I'm out.
And that's kind of what they're doing, right? It's like a CCG with some cards that have abilities. That's what the guy explained in the video even. Like, take this, complex collectible card game style thing, mash it with a classic card game, is what he said in the video. It's like, okay, great, but those two games appeal to two very different people usually. So you might be disappointing everybody half the time, with half your game. I don't know.
Wait, should I be?
I also like how they say tag, but really what they mean is shove them into a wall. Shoulder check. That'll get you a flat. That'll get you.
I'm pretty sure my mom threatened me if I would shoulder check another kid.
That'll get you in the penalty box in hockey.
All right. My glasses
it looks a little
there.
too take that style for me.
Yeah.
All right, Plaful Pets, 3 games in 1 box. Now, this is a very small project, labor of
Very
love.
small, very small.
I like these little pieces, these little cat pieces on it. I don't think the graphic design is great. I mean, for sure, it looks like a
very
prototype.
indie, though.
Yeah, this is a
one
very
person.
DIY project. And hey, look, those have a place on Kickstarter as just as much as the CMON games do, right? So, they're not asking for a ridiculous amount of money. It looks like they're making just about what they're asking for. As long as they can publish it and make those couple hundred people happy, then why not?
Absolutely. I like this much more than the last one we just looked at, for example.
Right.
Yes, that's a good comparison.
Like,
this is the one that appeals to me more.
Mm-hmm. This seems very much like someone's idea and little passion project,
right?
And they want to share it. Cool.
Yeah,
I like that. I'm in. Yes. Does it look like it came from an amateur? Yes, it did. That's the point.
Right. Yeah.
So I have no problem with it.
There's very little communication here from the actual board game community, as far as I can tell. There's maybe some of these people I haven't heard of them, but they didn't send it to the people who normally do these.
Well, it's not this person's first game. Apparently, it says they have 2 published games.
I forgot.
She said she had 2 published games.
I forgot to look at their other games. I thought I looked at them.
2 or 3, something like that. Yeah.
And they've got very
Oh,
similar
I remember
looks,
this board
right?
game Survival Kit. Remember that? I play white. This is where you brought a pack of meatballs in case you're like, oh, you don't have white. I brought it with me.
Yeah,
that's right.
Love that. All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, Legend Academy. Now, my initial.
Right.
You know what I'm going to say.
I do know what you're going to say.
I went through this and I was like, holy moly,
Yes.
a book you play on. That's fantastic. I like the art. This game looks fun. And I was like, maybe I should back it. I'm not sure. And I went up and looked at the publisher.
Yeah, I know.
Ah!
I'm still not sure what to think on.
We
on
haven't
this
got the last game yet. That's the problem.
We have not got the last game, and
Who's the publisher?
The publisher is
Eldorado Games, which
Eldorado.
also broke committed the sin that Tom said, where they named,
they named their
publishing
company after their first game. And their
So
first game is terrible.
I will tell you that a couple of things that I can say from experience. Number one is that they put together an amazing crowdfunding page.
This is going to be
without question
quality product.
The components, very, very good. Communication throughout their projects, very good, because I've backed 2 of them now. And so they definitely keep people informed. They know how to put together, an actual package. I will just tell you that, Eldorado is not a great game. Windward, I still need to play multiplayer to find out if I think that there's a game there. I don't know yet. I've tried to kind of bring it a couple times. It just never got played. So I'm still up in the air on that one. But, we've backed both the Age of Atlantis, I think it's called.
That's their last.
Right. And this looks amazing.
That's the problem, though. I haven't got that one to yet know if I can back this one, if this one's worth it or not.
Yeah, I tell you, if that were not in the mix, this would be a slam dunk for me. I think this looks incredible.
This could have been my pick of the week.
Yeah.
But I cannot, just because I disliked Eldorado that much.
Yeah.
Again, I've definitely seen companies turn on a dime.
Sure.
I didn't like their first stuff.
Right.
And later on, I really liked it. And man, I feel like I'm crazy for saying that, because this looks good. I also hope more companies keep following this, play through a book.
Yeah.
I love that
It's a
concept.
really nice use of components. I agree.
And the box cover attracts me.
No, they always.
The one thing I don't like, I was just looking at down here, is this. Like, they show little Red Riding Hood. The miniature and the picture don't match.
They don't, but they do say that the miniatures are not finalized.
Even more so with Robin Hood.
Right.
Like, that's some punk who I automatically dislike, and then that's classic Robin Hood. Maybe they're like normal people and they turn into these folks.
It could be, right?
That's
Yeah,
possible.
that might be
Maybe
the
that's
theme of the game. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
It looks great.
Cubeamajigs Series 2.
Okay.
So this one, I don't know if someone sent me this one. As soon as I saw it, I backed it instantly.
You and 3,046 other
this
people.
blew my mind when I saw this. I'm like, oh, that's a lot of money.
Yes.
What is this? Oh, it's boxes.
Yeah, but I don't care. I showed it to Roy. And
You
he said
buying empty boxes? A lot of people are buying boxes to then take, I guess, Magic the Gathering cards and put them back into the booster pack.
Yeah, so we in a Dice Tower library we have a Magic Cube, which is a bunch of cards that was made specifically for people to draft from, as if you had the whole thing set up that way.
Okay.
So what you would do, you would take that cube that we have, and you would put it in these little boxes, and then it makes those draft packs. You need to learn this for Friday.
I guess.
Pay attention,
I
Mike,
have
is
no
what he's
idea.
saying.
I'm already lost.
I'm not following any of the
There's
rules
a
on
flat
Friday.
line above my head.
No, but then you give these draft packs to people. I think it's just a good way to store the stuff. I like that storage. I could see that being used for other games.
Sure.
I could see these boxes being used to hold cards.
What about things
in
like
a normal
Marvel
game?
Champions or something
No.
like that, you know?
No, it's only for drafting.
Oh,
I mean, you
shoot.
can buy a box for that. You can use this box for that. But that's not the point. The point is to store them
Yeah, I guess
in
so.
a fake booster box, a resealable one.
Right, right.
Yeah, but I
that then
really
you
like that concept.
So that you can then draft.
Right.
I'm just blown away that there's that much demand for booster drafting and cube drafting and whatever other kind of drafting you want to do. That's wild. This is making a ton of money. That's amazing.
Magic is
and all
a-
it is a reusable package, which is not new either.
Just to
but
be clear, that's what the whole Container Store sells. Reusable packages. Come on now. I buy.
one thing here, though.
Yes, but this is one thing that people put their
telling
whole
you.
life savings into.
Yeah.
That's
Anything
why
that's
it's making
related
that
to
much
Magic,
money, but
yeah.
it still blows my mind.
Well,
I-
Anything related to
like I said,
Magic.
I didn't even pause. I backed it instantly. I
There
really.
you go.
The only thing I paused about was how big the set I was going to buy was.
The biggest you can get.
I did not.
Well, then you are what's called a punk.
All
And you're not welcome
in.
at Friday Night Magic or any other night of magic.
They've already beat you to that punch. I'm already out. So,
Right.
anyway, I think it looks cool.
It looks great, and I'm not going to back it.
I know nothing about it, and I have no opinion.
Wait till Friday, see what's going to happen.
Oh,
All right, so
there we go.
the whole thing today is about, is a game an app or a board game? This one's not going to give you that.
No.
Taelmoor, the scan and play dungeon crawler board game.
Right.
Honestly, I'm surprised this one is barely funding. It still has 8 days to go.
This looks, to me, this looks a little...
Amateur is the word.
Yeah, sure.
Unreliable would be the word I would say.
I worry about the tech.
Yes.
It's like, okay...
That's what I mean by
with a company
unreliable,
like
like-
Lucky Duck, right, who, you know, is like when they put out Chronicles of Crime, you feel pretty confident the tech's going to work.
It's
right?
proven. I mean,
Right.
when the first one came out, you still had that sort of apprehension.
Sure.
But they've now proven themselves.
Right.
Here, I'm worried about this being reliable.
Right.
I don't know that I love QR codes on tokens. I know that on the other side is the picture, but the problem, I don't know. I don't love it.
Yeah, it doesn't
I don't dislike that. It's a good way to do it. Where else is it going to be? You know, you got to
No,
scan something.
I get that, but then if the tokens are on, maybe they're supposed to be face down and you can't see the QR side, but it means they're effectively one-sided tokens, which I don't like in games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't hate the artwork, but it feels a little uneven. Some of the artwork, like this, looks good. I like that
Sure.
picture. And then there was a picture somewhere else where it just didn't, the stuff didn't even match, I thought. I don't know. I hope this one's good. This is a hopeful, like this, for example. I didn't
Right.
think this matched that girl we saw earlier.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
Descent 4th edition.
Well, like I said, I think there's a lot of good-looking games this week, and
Mm-hmm.
I think this is one of them.
Do you? Okay. Okay.
They're
I hope
not
it's good.
amazing-looking games,
Yeah.
but there are a lot of good-looking games. This is one that looks good. I'm like, okay, cool. Oh, you
right.
scan things and sort of explore the world that way. The artwork is not Magic the Gathering artwork.
No.
But it is fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
I like it. It's
If
all
the
right.
app
I
works,
would play this.
which scares me because app development is no
Sure,
cheap
sure.
game, and
Absolutely.
they're asking for a really small funding goal.
No.
Absolutely, if it works. But I would
Right.
play this and
All right.
find out.
All right. It's time to hear Mike gush.
Sure, this is obviously something that I'm excited about, and at least as much of excited for another expansion to Architects, but the big box. Like I'm
Oh, a reusable thing?
Here we go.
This is so Architects of the West Kingdom, one of my favorite games, so I'm happy to see more added to it. I'm also happy to see that they've kind of revamped the solo mode and added more solo opponents. This is a really good solo game, and they've got now a collector's box, so you can put all of it in one package. I've got the collector's box for Raiders.
That insert is not gonna make my game.
I like their inserts. I think they've done a fine job. They round the token one so you can easily get them out of the wells.
I get that, but that insert looks like it's wasting space.
I don't know.
Here's the deal. Shem Phillips, please look. Look how many people are, well, I guess this is not going to persuade you that people are now buying a box,
Correct.
but could you just put the game in this box to begin with?
That's a huge box, Tom. You wouldn't want it to go in this box to begin
I
with.
want it to be in a normal sized box, then I wouldn't need the huge box. I wouldn't have to, I could never get his games back in the box.
They can be a little tricky, but no, I'm very excited about this. Also, a neoprene mat, which will be beautiful because the Raiders mat
I love
is
mats.
one of my favorite game mats of all. The Raiders mat is great. Double stitch, double sided with stitching, and really nice. Actually, I don't know if it's double sided or not.
I'm getting that mat.
The mat is nice.
Here's the thing. I played the first expansion for Architects, and it was good. It was fine, but it's not one you need. I don't think you've even played it.
I don't think so.
Have you
You
played
like Architects a lot.
though?
Oh, he likes it.
Yeah.
Is that the second one?
Yeah,
the
it's the
first
one
one.
where you start with.
Oh, Paladins is the second
That's
one.
right. Architects first, where you start with all of your meeples
You
in
have
your
like
supply.
20 and they go to jail and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yes.
All these games are like the same game. I'm sorry. That's why I have a hard time discerning between them.
They're very different, but okay.
They all sound the same.
Okay, gotcha.
They
No,
look
they're
the
very-
same.
They look similar.
Yeah,
yes.
you look at them and it's like, which of the two trilogies and which one in it? You know what I mean? Yes, I like Architects quite a bit. And
Yeah.
then Paladins is the second one.
Paladins the second
and
one.
then Viscounts.
Viscounts is the
I've
third.
never played Viscounts.
Right.
I do like Architects and then Paladins.
Okay.
A little below that.
Gotcha.
I'm just saying I don't think the expansion would have wowed you that much.
Right.
It's a very slight expansion.
It is the last thing on my mind would be an expansion to that game. It is fine as it is.
It is,
I
and
can
it's
think
quick.
of nothing to add. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Well, that's why Shem Phillips is smarter than you.
I mean, I can think of nothing I would want to add.
Okay.
That's what you thought about the Jamaica expansion till you played it, right?
No, I could
Oh, okay.
definitely. I could think of lots of things I would have changed.
Okay.
And I still do things that haven't changed.
Got it. Okay.
Like I hate that combat happens in the first few steps. You have all this like fight before you can spread out organically. At the beginning of the game, where the
Yeah.
fighting doesn't matter.
Right.
Anyway, we're getting off topic.
Bruno,
but no,
did you,
there's plenty of things I would
about?
change.
Don't look at these cards. They're
Why?
secret.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll look away.
All right. Well, this is all you, Z.
These are gorgeous. I want so many of them. I was telling Mike when we were looking at these earlier, I'm like, oh man, Tom does it again.
Yeah,
He keeps
you're back in
showing me
this.
these things I would not have found myself, and now I have to something else I have to back. I'm backing these.
Are you really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, these are beautiful. I love the style.
I like the. To me, my whole style of a game now is almost based for these is on the actual normal cards.
Custom
Yeah.
pips.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that's a huge part of it for me.
This is a
If
really.
you've got custom pips, custom arrangement of pips, all these things, I'm probably in. Especially if then you have beautiful court cards.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the look of them. The colorization, the colors they're using, those nice coppers, nice greens. I'm not quite sure yet what the theme is here. I'm not sure, but I think these are stunning.
It's
like
a magician, I think, who created it. So I think it's got a magician type of a thing to it. It's a really to me,
some sort of mysticism to it or
Yeah.
something. I'll read into it because I do like knowing that stuff.
I liked her art.
it's a very classy looking.
She's the
it's-
artist.
I mean,
That's pretty good.
Beautiful. It
Yeah.
is beautiful. Very classy deck of cards.
Yeah.
I'm in.
All right, now we have Lands of Galzyr, which when I first looked at the box cover here, I was like, oh, okay, I don't know what this
Yeah.
is. Is it a Euro game? But it's not. It's another open game. This is like, someone asked me to do a top 10, and I said there
Yeah.
wasn't enough. There's like 3 in this
Yeah.
week alone.
So this is another one I'm very, very excited about because of the designer, the publisher. This is the designer of the Dale of Merchants games and also the Dawn of Peacemakers.
Right, so he's 1 for 2.
No, I think
Technically, he's 3 for 4.
yeah.
Okay, good point. 3
Yeah.
for 4.
you
no,
go.
that's not
Why don't you
technically.
go buy an empty box?
That's
Okay.
Technically Typically, he's 1 for 2. Oh no, I know that you like both games.
I do, and I like his world building quite a bit. I like the look of his, because he's another one like Ryan Lockett that does the art as well as
his own stuff.
His own stuff, and my biggest concern about this, quite honestly, is how much I love Sleeping Gods and how much time I've already put into it and how much more time I have to go.
This
And
looks
how
a
much
little...
time you just have in general.
Right.
You're not a young man.
I
No one
agree.
could say that anymore.
I agree.
No one
How
has said it.
many games that promise you 80 hours or
Yeah.
whatever does one need? I'm
tell
talking
you-
to you too, Tom. You're no spring chicken, baby.
Shut up, youngin. All right, I want to say this app here, I like it a lot.
Sure.
That's a simple
You
app.
played it already.
Just the fact that they're showing in here how it works.
Right.
I can tell you it's easy to read.
Yes.
You then click on the thing, it opens up another section. It doesn't look overly complicated.
Right.
And that's easier than a book. It's the same thing as a book.
Yeah.
It's not
It
trying
looks
to be.
good. It looks really good.
It
But
does.
again,
I like his
I
artwork.
love this stuff. I
the
mean,
problem
this to
for me is
so,
none of those things. I'm loving all of that. It's
Yep.
just sort of the time that all these games now promise to give you
Is
or rob you of.
Is this a single game or is it a campaign?
It's both. I think you can play it as single scenarios or you can play it as one long thing. I believe that's the case.
It's pricey.
It is not cheap if you want to get everything, for sure. 130 euros for the deluxe edition, but that comes with the neoprene
what's the
playmat
base game
and
cost?
a
Oh, 70.
dice,
Oh, 70 's not
dice
bad.
tray, and yeah, I mean,
Never mind, I
it's,
take back my pricey comment.
it's not too bad for what it looks like you're getting a lot.
Oh, you
and-
get the playmat for 130?
yeah, and you get the dice trays, and you get
playmat
sleeves
included
and everything.
That really makes it worth it.
How
Why
do you
would
feel
I-
about the world building here, Mike? Is it a captivating enough world in which you want to hear stories in it?
I like his worlds. Like I like the worlds of Dale of Merchants. I like the world of Dawn of Peacemakers quite a bit. And this
I
was
do, but how much world is there? Is what I'm saying. Like
It's a
I like
Redwall
the
style.
I like the art style, just like I like the art style in say Everdell.
right.
They're very similar, in fact, not
Yeah, but
stylistically.
Everdell doesn't feel like there's a story behind it. This does.
Everdell feels like there's way more story behind
Everdell
it.
just feels like the what's those little toys my sisters played with? The little.
How would I know that? Okay.
I don't know, what are those little animals you can buy? They're really expensive. They're like they feel like they're made out of hard plastic with fuzzy outsides.
Wow, I'm really lost on this one, Tom.
I have no idea what you're talking
I
about.
really don't. I'm
Anyway, okay.
Call your sister and ask her.
sorry. No, I am.
I think Everdell in the book, in the rule book, there's a lot of story.
They do put a lot of
They
nice
do a lot
flavor
of
text
world
and
building.
Sure.
The expansions did a lot of world building, and I liked it. It was sort of, it felt much more Redwall to me than this kind of did. So I just don't know if I'll like stories in this setting. Is all I'm saying. I think the artwork is beautiful.
Right.
But that's all I've got so far. I haven't.
There was
I know that there are
definitely-
merchants in this world.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah, no, there's definitely more story that was in Dawn of Peacemakers.
I haven't
quite a
played
bit.
that, yeah.
He builds a lot of it. Now, I don't know if this is in the same world.
It is.
It looks like it is,
For
right?
Sylvanian.
Yeah, yeah.
Sylvanian, thank you. Sylvanian. It's really expensive little animal
Oh
toys.
my gosh, I had no idea. Yeah, Sylvanian. Okay. So yeah, I didn't know that was the name of the world in
Thank
Dawn
you.
of Peacemakers. It sure looked like the same world. So yeah, okay.
It is. Yeah.
I'm very excited about this. I like I said, I've
This
been a
looks
fan of
really
both.
good.
If it's anything like the Sleeping Gods style games,
It sure looks
then
like
I'm
it.
also in. You know.
Sure looks like it.
So our last project is it another kind of storytelling game with, and this is opinions here. I think of all the projects we looked at today, this is my favorite artwork. I don't know if I love the game. The game looks like it's almost a one-shot or two-shot.
Yeah.
But man,
It's 4 chapters, so there's
Yeah.
at least 4 shots.
but what I mean
guess,
is when
but
you're done, I don't.
you're done. I
Right.
think.
Yeah, no,
man,
yeah,
that artwork is
I think you can
fantastic.
take multiple paths,
Right,
so there's
it's
that.
a
but
pathing
you'll
game,
know
yeah.
kind of like a big
No.
chunk of it.
I think the art is incredible. I love it too. I love the look of it. It definitely, we've talked before about games that have a very unique and wholly contained,
Such a good
aesthetic.
monster.
And this absolutely has it. This really feels like its own beast, right?
It's beautiful.
And it says that the person that's making it is an art director, a graphic and game designer, and that shows, right? You can
Yes.
tell that that's the skill set. I can't say about the game designer, I haven't played it, but art and graphic design,
Done.
yeah, you're
a master.
You are very good at that. So
Yeah, I think this may be my favorite type of art. Whatever, I don't know what this would be called.
Yeah, it's
but
called,
it's like,
line work nouveau. Everybody knows
there
that.
you go.
but it's like a comic book
It's
almost.
Sylvanian art.
that was
It's
obvious
called
as soon as you
Calico
opened.
Critter artwork.
Yeah, no, it looks fantastic. And was this a solo
just
only
good
game?
pictures. It's 1 or 2.
1 or 2. Yeah.
The main characters, the going through. I thought about buying this for my daughter. She has red hair,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then there's like her annoying sister. It says comes along with her, and then that's player 2.
That's so
Right.
cute.
I love it. Yeah, no, this looks great.
When is this
looks great.
coming out? When they July next year? Oh, it's a while.
That is a long way out, but I'm thinking they have to still design.
I might back this one.
Here's the thing
That's
that
the thing.
the only thing that gave me pause is, which is nice, I appreciate the honesty, but isn't this the one where they tell you like how much of it is designed already?
Yes, it's
And
down
there's
a little
very
further.
little of it
Yeah,
designed
a lot of
already.
it. Now let me ask this:
Yeah,
is
here.
this
It's like what's done, what's left, less than 25%.
Right.
Like the writing for the last 2 chapters, less than 25%. Design for the last 2 chapters, out of 4, mind you, that's half the game.
sure?
Artwork, it's basically not done. That's a lot of missing stuff.
It is.
That worries me that we're going to see an amazing 25% here. And what's the rest? That's a lot of trust.
This
You know what I
means
mean?
it's going to be automatically delayed.
Can we check?
Yeah.
Can we check if there was another Spire's End game before this? If this is like a second in the series?
Oh yeah, because then I would go hunt down the first one and just play it.
Yeah. See, I thought there was a Spire's End game before.
When did this?
Did it fund? Yeah.
Yeah, it sure did.
Very well.
I
yeah.
knew I had heard of this game before. That's what it was. I haven't played it, but I knew I had heard of it, and so I was like,
Has this
is
shown up here? I don't think so. We would have
I've
seen
never
this.
seen this.
No. I think
This,
it looks,
this doesn't look as good as the other one.
no,
It's
but
still, I still like the artwork.
It still
though.
looks really good.
Beautiful.
I think it still looks really good. And so this might be a good proof of concept, right?
And if this got already done
Yeah.
and it got sent out, then I feel slightly better again
Yeah.
about that trust thing. Yeah, no, it's beautiful.
This looks like a very different game, though.
Sure, yeah.
And that's good.
Yeah, but if that, if this was his first project, I think it's he. And then the next one is, building off of that, iterative, maybe learning from some things in the first one and making some changes. Hey, that's all for the better, Someone in the chat saying the first game is great, so.
Okay.
I need to
trust
hunt
you.
this down. Where would I buy this?
There's a place called.
No, don't say anything that starts with a vowel.
Yeah,
All
you,
right.
you probably would have to hunt down a place that sells Kickstarters,
Say something else.
Well, then I didn't say you couldn't say it. Go ahead.
I don't want to say it now, okay?
The moment is ruined, Tom. You've ruined the moment.
Those are the game projects. We have some non-game projects to look at. But before we get to them, let's traverse the monster-filled land of Mark Streed.
Oh.
Hey folks, welcome back to their Dice Tower preview recap. I'm Mark, and today we've only got one game to look at, but it is an amazing game. It is Iridia, Paths We Dare to Tread. All right, let's jump to it. So Iridia is this grand fantasy adventure. You're gonna be traveling the world on a world map collectively as a group, and then zooming in or this exploded view of where you are in the different areas. Now you have characters like you'd expect, but the characters have slots on their boards for creating skills and different weapons and gear. You really get that RPG sense here as you travel around and do various tasks, trying to no longer be the exile gathering squill with your wooden coins to show your worth. Really neat aspects to this adventure. Lots of neat areas to explore. They're really well done. You really truly get that RPG experience in a board game. So as you explore, there are blind boxes that you'll be referencing and pulling different types of cards for when you enter into combat, or you're traveling, or just zooming in on an area. And it's all unknown to you as you explore and move through the story. Really interesting how they've done this. Now, the thing you're wondering about, I'm sure, is combat. Well, wow, combat is done and handled so well. It actually turns it into a bit of a puzzle. So all the enemies have hit zones on them, and all your weapons have patterns that they attack with. So you can do like a sweeping pattern or maybe a diagonal, depending on the type of weapon you're using. And it really becomes this puzzle, this figure out, hey, how can we best utilize the weapons that we have as a group to take out this enemy? Really some interesting stuff of how you engage in those battles. And you're using action points to move and engage in these battles. Lots of different enemies, and all the miniatures in this game are pre-painted. Fantastic. For someone like me who doesn't paint miniatures, I love that aspect of the game. And the miniatures are even customizable. All the figures, you can interchange heads and change up the bodies, really customize your character to what you want it to be. All right, folks, if Iridia looks like something that might be of interest to you, please go check out my full preview. And if you want your game featured as a Dice Tower preview, please shoot me an email. All right, folks, until next time, we'll see you at the table.
But a flesh wound.
Well, no, that first, I thought they were gonna fight, but the first guy's like,
I'm out.
I'm out. So there's Mark, get him.
Yeah.
So that was the last segment we're gonna see from Mark.
You don't have to be the fastest. You just have to be faster than Mark Streed to survive.
But he has survived everything so far.
He's survived alien invasion. He's survived dinosaurs.
Dragons and monsters
Right.
and beasties. Oh, my.
Well, before we go back to the Kickstarters, let me put the poll, which I have made here. And you can vote for your favorite project. And I'm going to put it in chat, so we'll let you vote while we are looking at non-gaming stuff, which you can always send me at tom@dicetower.com. I got sent a lot this week. It's great. Keep sending me more. I can't get them all in. A few got pushed to next week. So here's the ones that I thought were either interesting. So, FerroPet.
That's a great smash cut there. Away from that sentence.
Dancing Ferro Fluid Goo Lamp.
Yeah. This is that like this? This reminds me of like when you see someone that have taken the cornstarch mixture and they put it on a speaker and watch it boom, boom, boom. Is this kind of what that is?
Yeah, I don't hate this.
I mean, it's, again, ferrous, goop, so iron.
I wish they would stop showing it with, I don't want something with that many wires coming out of the back of it.
This definitely looks like something you used to get at the Radio Shack back in the day, right?
And you got to build it yourself.
Right.
Yes, yeah, right. It seems neat. I kind of like the look of it. I don't know.
It's not terribly expensive either.
It's a neat little thing. It's a curious little thing you could put on a shelf. And,
It's a curio.
Yeah, people would be like, what is happening there?
Right,
Little things jumping around.
It's like a lava lamp almost,
It is like a lava lamp.
Yeah.
But a eye-catching little thing you could have there. If you're one of those people who loves having a tchotchke home, this is right up your alley, I would assume. Especially if you're sort of enjoy either that time period where lava lamps were popular or you're tech savvy. I think there's an audience for this, is what I'm saying. You know?
I mean, is it funding?
It is no.
No.
But there's 26 days to go.
Yeah,
this is pretty new, I guess.
Yeah.
It will probably fund. Oh my! Is it oh my or oh me?
I'm going with Ohmie.
The orange lamp, the world's first lamp.
What's up,
I cannot believe this has not been done before.
Yeah.
From Orange Peels.
I can't tell you how many. I've had this idea for 20 years. I've had ideas for lamps from a lot of different types of produce, and I just have not been able to put them past the idea stage into the plan
When
stage.
I eat an orange and I'm done, I look at that peel and I'm like, I don't want to waste this.
Right. Yeah.
Aren't orange peels like one of the most biodegradable things? People put them in mulch all the time, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's not like I'm saving the world by doing this.
Well, you are technically in an indirect way because the lamp isn't made from plastic.
Right.
Got it.
Right.
So the best way, though, is to not get a lamp.
That's correct.
Wait, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, this lamp is still not made.
Right.
And you let the orange peel feed the earth. That's the best way.
But then you have no light.
If you must own a lamp, it better be made from oranges.
It better be made from oranges. That's right.
Okay, or maybe lemons if you want to be that guy.
But it's got to be a specific type of oranges. You can't have the Tuscan lemons or oranges.
No.
You can't have the Florentine oranges.
Come on, nobody wants that lamp.
You got to have the Sicilian.
Wait, so
oranges.
The Sicilian oranges are the
correct.
peels you want.
I'm super confused.
Yes.
It takes the orange, it makes it pulp,
Right.
it extrudes it into a 3D printer,
Extrudes.
and then it makes this.
It makes this.
There's nothing else. It's just orange peel.
The light bulb is made from a watermelon.
No, I mean, it can't just be orange peel. Like, there no other substance in there?
That is pure orange peel right there.
No idea.
Yeah, no,
it's got to be something else.
We're both just talking out your butts.
Yeah, no, it's definitely
It's something else for support. What do you think it is?
They describe the method that they you and
mix it with
apparently,
something.
yeah, but it's still biodegradable. Even
Sure.
I don't like the design.
I don't
like that lamp. Like, you have to. It can only point away from the cord.
Right. I think that they're trying to make it look like a deconstructed orange. I think by doing that, they didn't have the best design, honestly.
It looks cool. I like the look, but
What store would sell this?
Brookstone.
Sharper Image. Yeah, same store.
Same story.
Yeah.
As seen on Kickstarter.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
it.
Shark
This
Tank.
is this itself, will it degrade?
I don't think so.
It said it's eco-friendly and it's biodegradable. Also, will the light
That's the
not
other thing.
melted after a while?
Right.
Because 3D plastic can melt. That's
Sure.
the whole point of it being 3D plastic.
Also, if this doesn't smell
yeah, but smell
aggressively
orange
like
smells good.
oranges, that's what I'm
good,
saying.
though.
No, if it doesn't smell like oranges,
What's
then
the
it's
point?
then what's the point?
Yeah, like, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
saving the earth.
No, I want a scratch and sniff lamp. How about that?
Yes.
I think we've already had that, actually.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
There
this
we go,
looks-
right there. You can see the extruding as we speak.
All right.
I think this is need for like a super bizarre thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'm making fun of it because it's a funny idea, but I'm not hating on it. Okay.
If someone had this at their house, I'd be like, that's really cool.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Conversation piece.
Yeah.
You put this next to
Right.
your dancing pharaoh goop.
That's right.
I'm hanging out at your place.
That's
also,
right.
you're a Kickstarter addict.
That's true.
Yeah, you need help also.
Also, it is
and you need to
compatible-
stop eating so many oranges.
It is compatible with Fingerbot.
But if you run out of conversation about the orange lamp, just pull out your ghost yo-yo.
Yeah.
Here's my worry about this. So this is actually, looks like it's a very well-made yo-yo.
Yeah.
And it has these two bars
Right.
that they say make it look invisible.
Yes.
Although, when I'm looking at this GIF here, which was made to look as invisible as possible, I see them spinning around.
Are you
It's-
talking about the outer discs or
Yes, between the two outer discs, there's a bar. You can see it there. It's like a fan blade.
It's,
you know?
it's not a small bar either, but I mean, this is
Well,
an
it's like a
optical.
connecting.
yeah, it's
this-
right there.
It shows
Right.
you here.
and when it goes slower, you can really see it.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't think that matters. I think it's a
I don't
neat,
think it matters either. I think
Yeah.
it's kind of neat. I'm
yeah,
just.
it's a neat idea. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's meant to look like it is in there when it's spinning
Right.
fast enough. I think
Right.
that's fine.
I think it's a slick looking
No, it's
yo-yo.
fine. I just didn't think it's not like.
It's a stinking yo-yo.
This
I
is
mean,
this is another thing you'd find at Sharper Image. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is
Did you
very
guys
much
ever play with yo-yos as kids or adults?
little bit.
I did
The
too.
cheapies.
Little bit.
I started.
I could
can you
only
do
ever.
anything?
The only thing I was ever able to do was make it stop and spin at the bottom and then bring it back up.
Well, that's that. You have to do that for every other trick to work.
No, you can just
you
go
could just
boom,
go up
boom.
and up, up and up.
That's not a trick. That's just a yo-yo. I'm talking about if you do any trick.
That's walking the dog is what that's called. I can do that.
No. When you put the yo-yo and it stays at the bottom, at
Yes.
that point you can do around the world. You
Yeah.
can walk the dog, you do all the tricks.
But that
the
is
basis
all
is
walking
getting
the dog
yo-yo
is
to stop.
walking with this thing hanging there.
No, that's not what that is.
That's walking the dog.
I read books on this subject. You don't know what you're talking about.
what do you do
Oh,
with
this
walking the dog?
conversation's done.
Walking
He's
the
read
dog, you put it
books
down and then
about
let the
this.
yo-yo go forward and then pull it
Oh,
back.
Then no, I can't do anything.
He read a book about this.
Okay. No, I believe you. I can't do that. I've never
on
tried
the
to do that.
day.
I thought just having it down there at the bottom and walking was like walking the dog.
That's not what it is. You're just walking with a yo-yo.
What about dragging the dog? Where you just let it hang
Well, that's
behind
what I
you?
did today,
Okay.
but that's a different story. All right. All right.
Why have you read a book
here we
about
go.
this?
When I was a kid.
This is the fire project of the week.
This is disgusting.
Okay. Look, y'all know my opinion on cats, but I need to know what Mike thinks about this. So this,
Yeah, true.
We're not going to show you the video because it actually does show cats going to the bathroom, which I think you actually do need to see that, right? Because I need to see proof of concept,
This, yeah.
but also you don't need to see
do
that.
watch a cat defecate in this
You do.
video.
You absolutely do. And let me tell you, it's about 0.3 nanoseconds after what you see in that picture right there. Here's the thing. I think it's always great when you try to have products marketed with real cats because cats, unlike dogs, do not cooperate. And you can never make a cat look happy to be there when it's not happy. That cat was happy to be there. That cat was getting ready to do some business. I think it's cool that some people have trained their cats to use a bathroom. I've had cats most of my life. Let me tell you one place I don't want my cat anywhere near, and that's my toilet.
See, that's what I'm thinking too, right? If you had a separate toilet and you
Right.
trained your cats to use it, so be it.
Correct.
But
cats-
stay out of my bathroom.
No, cats are gonna, once a cat knows how to use a toilet, it's gonna use every toilet it can find. It's gonna make every toilet its own. That's what cats do, is they find their thing and they make it theirs. I'm fine with litter boxes. Like litter box technology, I'm all with that. Yeah, make
Are
these.
litter boxes that annoying? Because I would hear people complain about them.
You just have to clean them all the time, unless you're a bad cat owner. I mean, you've got to clean them, or if you want your house to smell. I mean,
Yeah, the whole scooping
Yeah.
thing. It's kind
yeah,
of
we
annoying.
clean our cat boxes twice a day. With morning and night, we clean our cat boxes. So that's all you need. If you do that and then you change it regularly enough, I think some people think this is a neat idea. I think it's kind of wacky to have your cat using your toilet.
I think I just find it gross. I don't want the cat.
Now go back up. Look at that. That's a happy cat right there. Yeah.
That's why I don't like like cats. Mike just said that cat is happy.
No, wait. No, not happy. Pensive. That cat's pensive, Tom. No, wait. Contemplative. That cat's contemplative, Tom.
Cat is the devil.
That cat. What I love about cats.
That's an adorable cat.
What I love
He's
about
cute.
cats is that if that cat was 10 times bigger, it would absolutely kill
Guys,
you in your sleep.
we're wasting time. We have 2 amazing projects left.
Okay.
Anyway, keep your cats away from my
Oh,
toilets.
boy.
Sportz Ballz. All I'm going to say about this one is I think this whole thing is a work of art by the guy who did it. So basically, this is a magic 8-ball
Right.
that you can use with only one hand.
Right.
Where you have 3 options. He says 4, but one of them spin again. I never understand how that's an
Right.
option.
Oh, it's an option.
Sure.
And he just made it out of little sports balls. But the video here, I'm just telling you folks, watch this video. It's undescribable. We had a really long debate on
We can't tell if
is
he's...
the guy making the video ironically or not.
Yeah. He's obviously trying to be jokey. He's trying to make jokes.
Yes.
But what I can't tell
I can't tell though if he's trying to make jokes.
Right,
There's a
right.
difference.
There is.
Like is he playing Michael Scott?
Yeah,
Like, are they all jokes,
Right.
or are some of the things that are funny not jokes?
Right. Unintentionally funny.
Right. So watch it, really. I mean, we would recommend you watch this.
Yeah, it's just...
Tom read a book about yo-yos. You could take 5 minutes and watch this.
Sorry, I read.
But yes, it's a thing you click, it spins, and then it tells you, it either says spin it, which is just nothing, spin it. That's a nothing. But then the other 3 options feel like they could have been, I don't know, maybe you can't do more than 4 things. It was like, yes, do it. No way, and then whatever is the other option.
I don't
spin
know
again.
if it's going to fund.
No.
100,000 is pretty.
That's a pretty aggressive goal,
No,
Tom.
of course it's not going to fund.
100,000.
All right, fine. Project of the week.
This is
Motiv8ed Apparel. This is the future of underwear.
If this is the future of underwear, then I think I'm going to the past because I want nothing to do with this.
It does look like if you watched a movie made in the 70s about the future,
Yes.
this is the underwear they would wear.
You remember,
Yes.
Dune is hot right now, right?
This does look like
Dune is
this
hot
is
right now.
Sting's out-
That's
this is Sting's
definitely
outfit.
Sting's
That's
outfit from
right.
a David Lynch movie right there. Put a couple
what
of
that
wings.
is.
Put a couple of wings on there, and that's Sting.
Okay, so
Also-
where is this? Where is the? Okay, so I go out.
Right.
I take my phone with me.
Right.
Always. Even when I'm jogging. I guess if you don't feel like jogging, you can't have phone, but they make all kinds of equipment that you can carry your
Right.
phone. And even if not, they have a lot Fitbits and smartwatches that keep track of all that stuff. But that's garbage. I don't need any of that.
Right.
So I don't have to wear a Fitbit anymore because I have it in my underwear.
Also, I don't think
This is not what this does.
No, it just
It's a tape measure.
It's a tape measure built into
sewn
underwear.
inside your underoos.
Right. This is to me. It's like I wouldn't if I'm wearing these. I never want to eat anything because I don't want to have constant reminders of how much my stomach is growing.
I just don't understand how this
I
was.
don't think it's supposed to work that way. It's supposed to encourage you to lose weight.
I know it's supposed. That's why it's called motivated. But it might. I don't know. This just.
I don't get it.
Also,
I
why
don't
is it
get
a thong?
That's true.
Does it have to be a thong?
Yes.
That's going to motivate me to
Buy different underwear, yes. It's
Right.
just a built-in tape measure. I don't
Right.
need a tape measure all the time.
Right.
If I wanted to do that, you know what
Sure.
I can do? I can grab a tape measure and measure.
Right.
And then I don't have to have that built into my clothing.
Also, it's already built into my pants.
That's true.
When I buckle my pants, if I'm
It's like,
gaining weight,
oh.
I'm like, I'm gaining weight.
Yeah.
I don't sit there and go, what happened? The pants shrunk.
Right.
That's what I tell my wife. But I know what's up.
Yes. I
She'll
don't
be like, I don't know if I believe you or not. Let me see the underwear.
Let me check. Let me check your ticker tape.
You're like, aha!
Let's go to the tape.
Oh my goodness.
There's so much about this that I'm really.
Don't understand.
Oh!
I don't understand.
But you have to wear it every day.
That causes another issue I have.
Yes, so yeah.
Because let me tell you, the price is not such that you're going to be able to have 5, 6, 7 different
I'm
pairs.
sorry.
I think each pair is what, about $100?
Is that really how much it was?
Yeah.
That's insane.
You
Buy a
are
measuring
getting.
tape.
You're not
guys-
going to have money to eat, so that will help. That's how you get motivated to lose weight, because you
There
spent
it
all your
is.
money
I get it.
on tape measure thongs. Now you have no food, no money for food.
That would be a great title.
How much is it?
Tape measure.
$88, and then you have shipping on top
Well, maybe
of it.
multiple pairs.
Okay, let's see those.
Oh my gosh, no.
Oh, you get a shirt too.
Oh, there we go.
Does it have a tape in it? across the gut?
Across your wallet. All right.
Okay, this is terrible. It's gonna be one of the worst ones yet.
And this is coming, and remember, this is also, we've already had a project about underwear that didn't have backs, right? Didn't have the clear.
The window,
We had the window underwear.
Now you combine those two things.
Yeah, we had that.
Now we're talking.
We had this. We've had cats sitting on toilets.
Okay, Mike, let's go back to games.
All right.
Here's your tough question of the week. What's your project?
Well, I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm backing 2 of these.
I know which you're backing.
Okay.
You're backing Architects?
Yes.
And you're backing the one with the animals.
Right, the Lands of Galzyr. And those are the 2. I want both. But I'm going to pick Lands of Galzyr only because Architects is an expansion. I've already, this one is the one that and also I know less about this one. This one has more of the anticipation. Like, I have an idea of what Architects is about. I already know I love Architects, and I'm sure I'm going to love that project. This is one where I'm just like, oh, I want this to be as good as I hope it is. So that's why it's going to be my pick. But I'm going to back this and Architects this week.
You're going all out.
All out, baby.
You get yourself some underwear. Splurge.
I'm motivated to wear a tape measure thong.
That's funny. Brings a new meaning to stretch goal.
That's right. There's some good projects this week.
All right, Z. I know you didn't pick the same one as Mike, probably.
I did not. My pick. There's a lot of good stuff this week. I do think it's an uptick for sure in quality here. But for me, it is definitely Spire's End.
Wow, nice! I did not expect
Spire's
that.
End.
Oh, this was my number 2 pick, Mike.
No, this was
Spire's
up there for
End.
me too.
Yeah,
but
yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It sounds like the kind. I love co-op little or solo.
Right.
Little card games. You throw in this amazing artwork, a little storytelling thing, some clean-looking mechanisms. I'm in. This looks great.
It does look good.
I will probably back this.
Ooh, good, and I can play your copy.
I will not be backing.
I am backing it, so you'll be fine.
Beautiful.
I will back it again.
I want both of you to back it, and I'll take one of them
I will not back it.
for my own personal
All right.
collection.
My pick is actually this one, Oros.
Oh, really?
Yes. Well,
You were very.
I was
fond
down
of
to
the
3
look of this.
projects, and they were the 3. The other 2 were the ones you just talked about.
Oh, wow, okay.
And the one that Z picked, if it was just art, no question.
Sure.
Yes.
And with yours, the story, but I don't know, the whole package here looks really good to me.
Nice looking.
And I know you said you don't like that tile sign thing, but I really do. As long as it's not.
I dislike it. I'm just not sure it's like making me go gaga.
I just don't want it to be uber fiddly. That's my only hope, but man, it just feels like a different game than other things.
Sure.
So, yeah, I hope this one's good, and it's a first-time company.
Yeah, let's hope, man. It's the more good publishers out there, the better.
Man, what do you think the people picked?
Now this is a tricky one. Yeah, like, can we just?
I'm gonna say it's the one from Garfield.
Bantam West, maybe?
Garfield. It could be Architects.
Oh yeah, Architects, maybe. I don't know.
Or maybe one of the big ones. Maybe it's that the Academy of Legends or whatever.
The Legend Academy. It'll be in the top 4, I think. But I don't know. We had some pretty harsh things to say.
Okay, all right, let's see.
I'm gonna go Architects, maybe.
All right. Well, I'm gonna cover up the underwear project. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Let's take a look.
Results. It is. Wow, look at how close that is.
Architects
look at
won.
that. The Spire's End is second place.
That's great.
Lands of Galzyr and Oros. Oh, we didn't get first place this time.
No.
People win!
The people.
Oh, I need to show the thing here real quick so Roy can put up the thing. Architects!
Yeah, this is very clearly my 1A choice here. I mean, or 1B, whatever. I'm going to be backing it. Actually, I might be backing it already. I think I am backing it already.
Yeah, so yeah, the 4 that we picked, then Bantam West, which I said, then Legend Academy, and then it goes down from there.
Playing cards got up there pretty high.
No one wants Millhouse? All right.
Yeah, I'm backing a few things. I think I am going to back the Spire's End. I'm getting those playing cards, and maybe even something else. That's a rarity for me to even be attracted by one thing.
I'm
much
barely
less
backing
2
any
or
of
more.
this.
Yeah, right. This is going to be a dangerous
You're
week.
getting yourself that cat toilet, and you know it.
For
First
money.
the cat toilet, then get a cat.
I had a cat. It was stolen from me.
Did it fall in the toilet?
It's that Jenny's taking care of it.
Yeah, I know. It's in a better place. What I
Jenny's
told.
ice cream?
Ooh, can we get some of that?
We can.
No. Think of the underwear.
That's right. You won't be able to wear them anymore. They'll explode.
Oh no! Tape measure is busted.
All right, folks. Thanks so much for watching another Crowdsurfing. That's it for live stuff, but we got more videos going up today. And tomorrow we'll be back live for Board Game Breakfast. And that is it. We'll see you all then. Until then, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Mike Delisio.
Thanks to Mark and Roy. See you next time.
Woohoo!